Bad bitch told me she won't settle for my love. I don't cash a check, yeah, I just rip it up. In the back of the Hummer, got all my gas burned.
What's up YouTube, it's your boy KFR, back with another banger.
Let's go,
And today we're ranking all the finishing badges into tiers on NBA2K23.
Yes!
Okay, so for the first badge in the video, we have Post Spin Technician, which I put in the D tier as it's actually not very useful on next gen, as when you do the post spins, you can't get like full spins, it only gives you half spins, which makes the badge a lot less useful. And also, I'm pretty sure it got moved from last year. It was in playmaking badges, and now it's in a finishing badge. And you get a limited amount of finishing badges, so sometimes it's a bit useless to use, low key. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to show it in tiers now. So F and E we didn't put any in. D we put Post Spin Technician, and then for Fearless Finisher, it's kind of useful in the game, but it's not the most effective badge in the game. Giant Slayer is great when you're versing taller defenders to get a layup without getting much of a contest or anything. Aerial Wizard is when you're trying to put up a alley-oop or a putback after a shot has been taken and missed. So it can be effective if used correctly, but it's not like an insane S tier sort of badge, low-key. The next badge is Back Down Punisher, which is effective for if you're a post scorer, but post scorers are kind of dead now. So this was filmed before the actual tier list was filmed before patch. So I reckon I'd probably put that in like E or D tier now after the post-hook patch, low-key. Then Acrobat is next best for like when you're trying to do like reverse layups, maybe a floater, and other sorts of like fancy layups. Maybe that scoop layup that Tycino does this year a lot. So overall, it's not like the most effective badge, but if used well, it can be effective. Like a lot of these badges in the C tier, none of them are like game breaking, but a lot of them, if used effectively, can work to help you be a better player. Next, we have the B tier. So Limitless Takeoff is quite effective to take dunks, like jump for dunks from further out, and can be useful, but it's not game breaking. Dream Shake is good when you're in the post for pump fakes. Rise Up helps you get up when you're going for like standing dunks and stuff, and is usually pretty effective in the post. And then Drop Stepper was OP, but now the post scorers are patched, it's not as OP, but guards and stuff can still use it against other small guards to get easy points in the paint against a smaller defender, which makes it useful. I'd probably put it C tier now after the post scorer patch though. Next up we have the A tier, so we'll start with Masher. Masher is for when you're trying to mash the ball up in the paint against a smaller opponent, so like mainly for bigger players, but it can be used for like 6'9", 6'8" sort of ISO builds, and can be quite effective, so I'd say that's a pretty useful badge. Slithery Finisher is when you're trying to get the ball up in the paint without contact, or go for like a layup or whatever without contact. Pro Touch is really good in this game, because you have to time your layups in this game, and if you can time it well, it works really effective. I'd probably put it in A tier actually, S tier, sorry. Posterizer can be really good if you know how to use the dunk meter, which takes a little bit of skill, but it can make it really effective. Bully is a good badge when, similar to Masher, when you're trying to like take up the ball in the paint against a smaller opponent, it can be effective. And Fast Switch speeds up the ability to get standing layups or dunks before your opponent gets there, so it can be useful, but it's not like a game-breaking badge, but if you know how to use it, it can be very, very effective, and that's why I put it in A tier. Okay, for the last badge, it's Hook Specialist, but I didn't put it in any of the tiers, because it's actually, well, it was OP earlier in the game, but now it's completely patched, so I didn't even bother putting it in, because I thought it was just still going to be OP. But yeah, Hook Specialist, it's still like C tier, I reckon, because sometimes you can make it, sometimes you can, like, depending on what you're doing, you can still make it. I've seen like post hooking after patch still making post hooks, but if they completely patch it, then it's gonna be F tier, and if it comes back and it's OP again, it's probably gonna get to A tier. But post hooking is kind of just like that annoying thing, so I didn't put it in either tier. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Peace.
We a star now, we pop out, they know we going far now, we on now, oh, we get it now, we're on now, it's going down. I pop out, they know it's going down, shawty want me all around, yeah, pop out with 100 bands, ever since I was young, I've been a man, my bro higher than a ceiling fan, I've been training for